welcome to Jerusalem's Gate. We have disturbing news coming out of RT. Once again, I know this is becoming a daily situation. Like I reported yesterday afternoon, today IDF out of RT. Title reads, IDF targets Syrian army positions over errant projectile in fifth such exchange over a week. I tell you what, I'm really getting concerned about, having a shell or a mortar fall here or there is one thing, but not almost on a daily basis. I'm fearing that this civil war is starting to slowly creep to Israel's side. And, this is a similar report as yesterday afternoon. Another mortar or shell hit the Golan Heights, and of course Israel attacked back, showing zero tolerance for that civil war, slowly creeping into the Golan Heights. It shouldn't, in my opinion, it shouldn't get to a point where Netanyahu's going to have to do something serious to stop this, because this is like it's becoming daily. I mean, at fifth time in a week, it's becoming daily. Let's go ahead and read the article. Sorry about the rant. Israel has fired at Syrian army positions after projectiles launched from Syrian territory landed on the Israeli side of the border, Israeli Defense Forces IDF said on Twitter. The attacks follows a series of similar incidents over the week. IDF spokesperson tweet, in response to projectiles launched at Israel from Syria, IDF targeted the Syrian military artillery position that was the source of the fire. Another tweet, IDF, moments ago an errant projectile from internal fighting in Syria hit an open area in the northern Golan Heights. No injuries reported. IDF said it targeted this, quote, Syrian military artillery position, end quote, on Saturday as retaliation for two stray shells hitting the Israeli-controlled part of the disputed Golan Heights. I tell you, like my last video yesterday evening, it's going to get to a point, not to sound redundant, that Netanyahu's going to have to do something serious. Because this, it makes you want to figure if this is not on purpose, to try to drag Israel into something. That they know that Israel's going to protect their land and their people, and like I mentioned, the Golan Heights is a wonderful buffer between the Syrian war, civil war that's raging in Syria, and the open space of the Golan Heights, buffering to Israel, the main part of Israel. But I foresee the government of Israel making a strike to stop this once and for all. I really do. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I think it's going to take an insurgent I don't want to call it an invasion, but a more serious attack than shells and mortars hitting the Golan Heights and then return fire on that position. How much do you take? Netanyahu warned everybody in Syria that if this would happen, they would respond. And evidently just striking back at the positions that shell is not working, because the shells and the mortar and the projectiles are still landing. And but I know God is watching over Israel. And the Bible tells us that when you do something to Israel, you're basically pointing your finger in God's eye, because God calls Israel the apple of his eye. And that's why they don't study Israeli wars in like United States war academies, because every war they've ever been in, humanly speaking, they shouldn't have won. The odds were so stacked against them. But God is always on Israel's side. Israel is in complete obedience to God. Not saying they're perfect by any stretch of imagination, but they are in obedience to God, and God, those are God's chosen people. You can get mad at me for saying that. You can send back. Well, you can just be mad at me for saying that. But I read the Bible every day of my life for many, many, many years, and you cannot read the Bible without believing that the Jewish people in the state of Israel is God's people. And I foresee Netanyahu doing something a little bit more serious in the future to show that these shells and these mortars and these projectiles are getting a little bit too much, and something more serious has to be done. But with that in mind, I'll go ahead and close. We thank you for all the new subscribers. We thank you for viewing. May God be upon you and your family. And may we cry out to God in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, Yeshua. Thank you for watching, everybody. We appreciate it so much. God bless you all. Bye-bye.